Hello and welcome. You are watching I Know How. Welcome back guys to our another video of stripping down a laptop. This time we have Lenovo Thinkpad Edge E530. It has an Intel Core i5 CPU and standard GPU and 4 GB of RAM and so on. Before we begin, please press the subscribe button and hit the notification bell for the instant updates. Before stripping down this laptop, make sure it's power off. If you are loaded to the Windows, then shut it down, or just press and hold this power button and it will shut it down. After that, we'll remove the battery. So it does not have any built-in battery, it is outside, so remove the battery. After that we'll disassemble everything. Let's start with the CD drive. Over here there's a screw. Remove the screw, slide the CD drive out, keep the screw with it. Remove this small cover first, that will let you access to the big cover. So this is off. There is a CMOS battery. If you want to if you don't want to mess up your BIOS settings, then leave it on, but since we are opening everything, just disconnect this CMOS battery because it's connected to the motherboard, and later on we will be removing motherboard as well. After that, let's cover this big cover. There's a 3 screw in this big cover, and then just pull the cover. Okay, the cover is off. Let's remove what we have here. Remove the RAM. Alright. Later on we're gonna disassemble everything including the motherboard, so let's remove the fan and heatsink. Disconnect the fan first. And there's 3 screws on the fan. Fan off. Make sure you clean these vents. Use a brush or compressed air to clean it. This one is already cleaned. We're gonna remove the heatsink now. There's 4 screws and it's numbered as well, 1 2 3 4. Just unscrew them. Alright, so lift it from this side and the vent will come off, and then slide it out. So this is off. If you want to change the heatsink, look at my other videos. It will show you how to change the heatsink. Thermal paste, sorry. If you want to change the thermal paste. Okay, so this is a Intel Core i5 CPU. You can remove it using this one. Just rotate it to the left. You will hear the click noise. That's off, and then take it off. To upgrade the CPU, there is a small writing over here which says RPGA 989. If you search for that, that is your socket identification number. Look for what CPUs can be upgraded to that socket, and also check the Lenovo's website. They might also tell you like which CPU can be upgraded on it. So this is the CPU socket. There is a code for the socket. Use that code to find the CPU which is upgradable. This one is a GPU chip that is not removable. Okay, if you want to change just the keyboard, there is two screws, one over here and another one over here. If you remove those two screws, you will be able to change your keyboard. But for now, we're gonna remove everything. So remove the screws, number of screws as shown. Yeah, let's start removing the screws. Let's start removing the screws from left then. There is 3 screws on this bezel. Remove them as well. Alright, so all the screws are removed. I forgot to tell you about the hard drive. It's already been removed because it didn't come up with it. Basically there is 2 screws over on these 2 positions. Remove the screw, slide the hard drive out, that's it. We're gonna see what else is left here. We have disconnected the CMOS battery. Another thing we can see is Wi-Fi card and lots of cables coming to that Wi-Fi card. Disconnect the Wi-Fi card and take the cables off from this rail. Remove this one as well, and just remember where this cable are lining up so that you can put it back later on. There is a screw on the left, take it off and lift the Wi-Fi card and take it off. You might get a Wi-Fi card with just Wi-Fi, but if you want to upgrade it with the Wi-Fi plus Bluetooth one, just buy the Wi-Fi card which fits in here with Bluetooth functionality and then replace it. Alright, so all the screws on this side is done now. This one comes from the power board. We'll leave it there. We'll see later on if it stops us. Okay, flip it over and then so we removed 2 screws of the keyboard. This will loosen up the keyboard, so just press and slide it up. It's up. You can see that all the locking places are free now. Just lift it up then. Don't lift it up fully because there are some connections. Okay, so this is for trackpad, the small red thing over there, and this is for the keyboard. Just lift it up. You can also use buzzer. And keyboard off. Alright, now there is 3 screws, 1, 2 and 3. Take those screws off. Alright, so let's see the connections now. This one is a display connection, we can remove it later on. This one is a power connection which comes from there and connects over there. This one is for the side USB boards. This one is for touchpad. This one, not sure, but we will see what is it there. Alright, so just take it off. Okay, that's off now. All the connections are off. Now use a plastic spudger. Okay, now use the plastic spudger to release this palm rest from the bottom. Just slide it. You just need to use the spuzzer on the bottom bit and left and right. Once you have untacked all the plastic clips, just lift it from the bottom and then take it off. On this palm rest there is a SD card reader on it. You can remove this screw and take off that SD card. I told you about this connection which goes to the USB port, but that connection actually goes to the SD card reader module over here. So yeah, that's our palm rest off. Now next, let's start disconnecting everything from the flex cable and everything. Let's start from the top left again. So push back this display cable. This one is for your Ethernet connection over there. So take this Ethernet connection off. You don't have to disconnect anything else. This one is your CD drive extender, and this one is for your USB ports on the right. For the speaker, this one is for the speaker. Just take this off. Now I don't see anything connected to this motherboard. Basically now we're gonna remove some screws which might be holding the motherboard with the base as well. So if you see the small arrow sign, only those we need to remove. So first one is this. Any other arrow signs? You can see one over here. And there is one more arrow over here, so remove this one as well. That's off. Okay, I don't see any other screws that has an arrow on it, but we will see if it's holding, if any screws is holding it. Just leave it to this side. You can still feel some resistance by this screw. So let's remove this screw as well. Now lift it from this side and slide it to your right. Alright, the motherboard is off. But there's something which is holding the motherboard yet, is this power cable that I was talking about in the beginning. Alright, so you can remove this power cable. Yeah, so that's off, and this is your motherboard off. You can use these codes written on this white patch to find out the motherboard you need and then replace it. Yeah, that's it. So that's how you remove the motherboard. And there are some small bits and pieces like USB port on here, Ethernet board. Just remove one screw from there, that's it. Power socket, remove this hinge, remove this hinge from here to lift up the screen, and then power socket will be loose. That's it. Okay. Also speakers, there's 4 screws on each, 2 screws on each speaker. Remove it, and that's it. Alright, so that's it. Showing you how to remove the motherboard and other bits and pieces of the motherboard. If you have anything, let me know, like which specific part you want to remove, let me know, and then let me know on the comment section, and then I'll try to help you guys. Hopefully disassembling this laptop helped you, and you have got something out of this video. Straight away I'm gonna assemble it back. To assemble it back, just go on the reverse order. I'm gonna do it in a fast forward mode, but yeah, if you need any help, just pause the video and have a look. Make sure to connect the power first, because that's the last thing we have disconnected here. Make sure nothing is trapped underneath the motherboard as well, because you need to connect it later on. This part is not seated properly, locked properly, so just press it, press it, press it. So to assemble the CPU back, if you see there is a small error, and on the motherboard as well there is a small error over here, so those two arrows need to align, and just place it on the top, hold it firmly, and then rotate this knob to the right and fully to the right. That's locked. That's it for the CPU. Now simply place the heatsink on the top. Just remember, slide the right part first and then down, and screw it in a numerical order. 1 over here, 2 over here. Three and 4. Alright, now fan, screw it, connect the fan, CD drive. Yeah, if you want to upgrade your hard drive with SSD, then change it over, just slide it in and screw it. Top cover now. Because we removed the CMOS battery, we have loosed our date and time settings, so while booting it up you might hear a couple of beeps to let you know that you need to do the settings of date and time. Alright, so it's all assembled back in. Let's power it up. Yeah, you see this error because of the CMOS battery was disconnected. Just go to settings and then change your date and time. It should be alright. So this was it. This was the video showing you how to disassemble Lenovo Thinkpad Edge E530. Hope you liked the video, and in this video you must have learned how to replace fan, CPU, RAM, SSD, HDD, Wi-Fi card, and all the small bits and pieces. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section. And if you have enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe below. To keep up with more upcoming videos, hit the bell icon. Have a good time. Until next video, see you then. Bye bye.